Kind of did a not so good job of planning our week's meals. It's the start of week number 2 today, and Rachel set out a bunch of soups, but for her is perfectly fine. She could just eat soup for like lunch and dinner just fine. I had chili for lunch, and I'm not the biggest fan of soup for dinner. I kind of need a little bit more than that, so we don't have anything thought out yet for the week, and I need to make something. I'm hungry. I'm starting to get hangry. So shrimp it is, and let's see here. I think I can set you guys right here, and we'll nab a clove of garlic, and we're gonna make up shrimp for dinner. Shrimp with garlic and maybe some pasta, something like that. Come on. So welcome to week number 2 of the Pantry Challenge. Week number 1 went good. We did pick up a couple supplies over the weekend. I got a couple things of cheese because we were just about out, although I didn't buy Parmesan cheese, and I really wish I would have had it for today's meal. Rachel is upstairs in her office still working tonight. She's working on a project that's not related to work at all. We had some exciting news come up over the weekend. Our daughter, who is in the military, who's stationed in San Diego, got engaged over the weekend. So they're planning a wedding coming up late spring, early summer. I don't know what you want to call it. Somewhere in that time frame. No specifics yet to share with you guys, but there will be a wedding this year, but it won't be on our homestead. The meal that I cooked tonight was, you basically saw I started out with 1 bag of shrimp, a bunch of butter in the pan. That little green disc that I put in there, that was a thing of frozen garlic chive pesto, I believe it is, that I got out of the freezer. It just said pesto, but I'm pretty sure it's garlic chives. About 3 cloves of garlic that I ran through the press. Cooked it all up. I cooked some pasta noodles. I tossed them in, mixed it all up, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cheddar cheese at the end just to kind of give the butter a nice milky flavor to it. So after I eat, I need to head downstairs to the pantry again and find some more stuff to thaw out for this week. So hope you guys enjoyed week number 1. We'll leave a link to that down below for you guys so you can check that out. Week number 1 went good. We ate a lot of good food, and we shared just about all of it with you guys. So, breakfast and lunch today. Rachel made overnight oats in a crock pot again last night with bananas. That was really good. And for lunch, we basically had leftovers. I had the rest of the chili finally, and the leftovers from the chicken pot pie that she made on Sunday. Today's Monday.
I said, hold on, you got to capture my reaction to this meal. It is so good. And I hope you told him how you did this, because that's unfair.
I did.
Okay. Guys, it's totally great. Somebody often asks how our carrots hold up when we cook them. As long as you cook them high and fast,
Yep.
they hold together really well.
Quick and fast.
Quick and fast.
If you overcook them, they will turn to mush.
Yep. But they're already cooked, so really all you're doing is reheating them for the purposes of eating them.
So to go with our carrots tonight is smoked pork chops from our Idaho pasture pigs that we raised. And we opted when we took them to the processor to get butchered, they basically give you like this cut sheet of like, how's all the different cuts of meat that you want and how do you want them processed? Do you want them smoked or do you want it regular? We opted this time to take all of our pork chops and have them smoked. Pre-sliced and smoked, and they are amazing.
Amazing.
We are, as long as we still use the same processor every time, we are going to do that with all of our pork chops going forward. And they're also basically already cooked at that point. You just got to warm them up. So pretty easy, but the flavor is amazing.
And this is a very standard meal. I know we showed you guys a lot of basic meals last week, and we told you that we eat pretty basic, and this is basic for us. It's a meat and a veggie, and that's what we have. And somebody said we didn't eat very many vegetables last week, but we do a lot. Sometimes half of our plate is vegetables and a meat, and then we have pickled beets for the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we'll split an entire quart of carrots between us, or green beans or something like that. But then, like, we might not have veggies again for 2 days. So
it's kind of just whatever we feel like. You guys are getting to see behind the back door of how we eat.
yeah.
Was this dinner number 3?
For this video, I think so.
I just had plain beef tips and green beans, and you made your leftover spaghetti thing.
Yeah, from our dinner that we had the other day. What was that with the noodles?
The scampi.
Oh, the shrimp, yeah. I had a lot of noodles left over and beef tips, and I wanted to combine the two, so Instapotted them for 25 minutes on high pressure, and it was not enough. I had to add an additional 15 minutes, and by now it's almost 7 o'clock, and we're hungry and a little bit of hangry.
But it was a fun use of like our first time using our beef broth.
Yeah. The Marsala wine, can you taste it?
I'm enjoying the caramelized onions in it right now.
Oh, yeah, we had about half of a jar in the fridge, so we used that. I mean, you guys kind of saw what I did, so.
So good, quick and easy. It was a little later than planned because we got a late start on dinner. Dump and go green beans with some just general seasonings. We had leftover grease still in the pan from the pork chops last night. So I just used a little bit of that to cook up the green beans in it. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, I think it turned out okay. I wanted it a little tougher, but.
I mean, a little more tender, not tougher.
Tender, yes.
See you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's meal. Oh, and last night I did make overnight oats again. So we had overnight oats, this time with a little bit of honey instead of maple syrup. And I added some peanut butter to mine for lunch.
We have one more banana left.
One more banana, and then we can switch to blueberry oatmeal.
All right.
Lose all those crispy bits on the edge. Wow, how about them apples? Good job,
That
bud.
turned out good.
Heck yeah. First ever shepherd's pie. I'm so excited.
We told you guys the other day that when I brought out that meat from the freezer, one of the things was a 1 pound package of ground lamb meat.
Yeah.
And about a month ago, we started following this guy on YouTube called Adam Ragusier. And he really good high quality content, made shepherd's pie, and his recipe is like the one that we tried to follow. How'd it turn out? Did you taste it?
It's different. I've never had anything with those flavors.
Really?
Yeah, very different. Try it. It's a very unique flavor profile. I know. It's so different. I mean, we've never had it before. It's good.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It's really, I'm going to use
Earthy.
I use the word that you hate that I use, the earthy word. It's very earthy. Well, very good.
So in the segment, you probably saw that we used boxed shelf-stable milk. And if you're not new to our channel, you know that we don't often have milk in the house. It's just not something that we consume a lot of. We used to always have it when our kids were home for cereal and stuff like that. But we just don't now.
Right.
So we started buying, based on a viewer's recommendation, shelf-stable naturel. And I love having it in the pantry ready to go. So part of this pantry challenge, I wasn't worried about not having milk because we've got it down in the pantry. And it tastes just like milk, cooks just like milk. It works wonderfully.
Yep. I think I just bought it from like Walmart.com, shipped to our house in like 3 days. And I think it's like a 6-pack for like $10 or something.
I think it's maybe a 6-month shelf stable item. So it's not going to last like really long term. But if you're somebody like us that doesn't buy a lot of milk, it's a great pantry item to have. Have it in there when you need it for recipes. You're going to have it available. What? You got an exciting bite?
Yeah, it's good.
So obviously we have lunch and dinner for probably tomorrow. So not sure that we're going to come back tomorrow, but we will be making our pizza this week. So look forward to sharing that with you.
We need to get the dough made up.
Yep.
Maybe tonight. That way it can sit in the fridge and ferment.
Fall flower, she said, but she has some big mums that look like that, so she's gonna do mums. And ooh, it's looking good. Oh, it smells like a pizzeria. Nice. All right, well, we skipped yesterday because it was leftover day. We had lots of leftovers to finish up, leftover oatmeal, leftover shepherd's pie. So it's kind of just a catch up. So we could get to making our pizza.
We've been excited for pizza night since today's Saturday.
Yeah.
We've been excited for pizza night since Thursday night because Thursday night's when we made the crust.
Yep.
Before bed, we came in here in the kitchen. We got it all mixed up and got the KitchenAid out. Found a really good recipe for pizza dough, which we'll leave down in the description for you guys. And it worked out great. We let it rise overnight out here on the counter. The next day, we kind of squished it down and kneaded it and cut it into 2 different sections. One pizza for you, one pizza for me. And then it went in the fridge and it fermented for about 2 days, 36 hours.
Yep, 36 hours or so.
Turned out awesome.
Yep. So yummy, yummy. We love pizza nights. We don't do it enough, but it's so fun. So I've got pepperoni, my canned yellow peppers, some of our leftover onions from our shepherd's pie, and then I like to do a butter crust with some of my everything but the bagel seasoning. And you're just a meat guy.
Pepperoni. I really wanted some sausage, but I didn't want to get out like a whole 1 pound pack of sausage and cook it up just for pizza. So it turned out good. That crust has got a good flavor. How's the bottom of yours? Good?
Yep. Bottom. Nice. Cooking, preheating those stones at 500. Slide your pizza on there just like you went to a restaurant. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's his birthday, so don't know what we're going to get into.
Sunday.
So yesterday was Todd's birthday, and I woke up nice and early and made him a big breakfast. Sorry I didn't film it, but it was biscuits and gravy, eggs, sausage.
Lots of cowboy candy.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then you set out steaks for dinner. We had leftover pizza for lunch.
Leftover pizza for lunch. I set out the steaks. I thawed them out. I put them in a nice Ziploc bag with some marinade. And it got to be about 5 o'clock. And I was like, are you getting hungry yet? I'm going to go start up the grill because
Takes like half hour.
It takes like a half an hour for the grill to warm up when it's this cold outside. And she was like, I'm not too hungry yet. And then that's when all the trickery came in.
Yes. So I planned on doing a surprise birthday party for him last year for his 50th, but COVID happened, or was still going on. And so I was able to pull it off this year, get his best friends together, some of our family, and told him, I need your help. Just hang on. It won't take long. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Can eat our steaks then, but I need your help getting your last birthday present because I can't do it by myself.
Too heavy.
So we pulled it off, and it was a good a nice reason to have pizza one more time.
Yeah.
A cheat day and just celebrate.
It's really good to see all my friends and my family that could make it, and those types of things are important to me, so thank you.
You're welcome. So on to week 3.
Week 3.
We got steaks to kick off the week with.
Yeah, that's what we'll have for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
They'll be good and marinated.
So we'll see you guys on the next week. It's still being really fun. And we're coming up with all kinds of fun ideas and recipes. And it's really enjoyable to use our pantry and find new ways to use all of our goodies.
Yeah, I hope all of our little cooking montages give you guys some ideas on things that you can make. Head down to your pantry, look and see what you got, and you can always come up with something.
Yep. See you guys next week.